Gentleman's time has expired. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Higgins, for his questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate the witnesses for being here, and I'm going to attempt to drill down into the so-called gotaways, called runners on the border, gotaways. And I'm going to ask each of you to clarify. Dr. Brown, you had stated in your opening statement that of more concern is the upwards of 2 million gotaways, an unknown number of undetected aliens that have entered the United States since 2021. Is that part of your opening statement, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you stand by that number, upwards of 2 million?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Mr. Healy, you stated in your opening statement, gotaways for fiscal years 2021 through 2024, year to date, total over 2 million. Former Chief of Border Patrol testified this figure was underreported by at least 20%, so you concluded closer to 2.5 million.
2.4 million.
Okay, I appreciate you being specific, but there seems to be concurrence between two experts that there's well over 2 million gotaways have come into our country across the southern border.
Yes, if you
Think
take
that's a reasonable assessment?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nowrasteh, do you concur? That's probably a reasonable assessment.
It is a reasonable assessment.
Okay, thank you very much. So, you're a fascinating gentleman, Dr. Nowrasteh, Mr. Nowrasteh. I'm going to just ask you, you feel like it's all cool at the border?
Absolutely not. It's a chaotic and out of control situation.
Okay, that was my question. I appreciate you clarifying it's chaotic and out of control. So clearly you don't support open border policies?
An open border with no checks on him? No. No, I don't.
Do you support a border that's controlled by cartels?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, you recognize that the criminal cartels control 100% of the Mexican side of our southern border, correct?
They have a lot of control down there.
They certainly do. So let's talk about the gotaways, because America's fascinated by your perspective here. We see and feel the impact. I mean, America has suffered generational trauma since January 2021, 100% because of policy changes. Not because you still have the same 1,954 miles of border. You have the same vehicles and equipment, capabilities and assets, the same all-weather roads installed, the same physical barriers, the same Border Patrol agents, the same men and women working the same border. And you had a drastic change in illegal crossings early in 2021. And one of the most concerning demographics amongst that wave upon human wave of illegal immigrants coming into our country, to me, because of my background, is the people that would run from the law. So given the fact that our Border Patrol law enforcement agents were transitioned from their national security role, their law enforcement role, repelling illegal entry and capturing those that crossed illegally as much as possible. They transitioned to sort of reception roles and caring for and transporting, feeding, etc. The gotaways, that demographic that would be highly motivated to avoid American law enforcement. We're talking about they're paying more money to cartels to suffer the dangerous, double-time pace, very rough terrain land nav to avoid law enforcement. Doesn't it stand to reason, Mr. Nowrasteh, that those would likely be the most dangerous people of the totality coming into our country?
It's certainly possible. We don't have a good sense of that, but given
What else
the
would
low-
drive someone to do that? If you can turn yourself in and comfortably be processed into the country, given money, food, medical check, et cetera, transport to wherever you want to go, why would you pay thousands of dollars more and go through very dangerous, sometimes deadly transit into the country in order to avoid law enforcement? Clearly, it's because you're a bad guy.
It's because a lot of them won't also be let in through that means. They want to come to the United States to work. The best predictor of illegal immigration is the U.S. labor market.
Reclaiming my time. Dr. Brown, in my last question, ma'am, just tell America a little bit, what was it like in the spring of 2021 as you saw things begin to unravel?
Let's limit this to about 20 seconds.
It was demoralizing, heartbreaking, and unnecessary.
Thank you for that summary, Doctor. We appreciate you all. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman's time has expired. The chair now recognizes the gentlelady from Illinois, Ms. Ramirez.